I see a couple of you online, so if you could do me a favor and just drop a message in the chat, let me know you can hear me, you can see me okay. I'm using Restream, which is fairly new to me, so I'm really worried that you're not going to be able to see or hear me, or that I'm not going to be able to communicate with you. So if you can hear me and see me, just drop a comment. There should be, I hope there's a chat. There should be on the right side. If there's not a chat, um, feel free to unmute yourself and just tell me there's not one. So it is 7:30, so I am going to go ahead. Oh, hi, Joni. Thank you. Yes, she can hear me. Okay. I'm going to go ahead, and I waited to take my face makeup off that I wore all day until I was on with you guys, so you could see that I really was taking my makeup off. I didn't have any makeup on. I'm going to leave my mascara on, but because nobody wants to see you apply mascara. It's like watching paint dry. But I'm going to go ahead and take off everything else so that you can see how I apply. I sent out a message earlier. Oh, somebody else says they can hear me. Please tell me how to say your name so I don't say it wrong. I don't know if you can unmute or if you want to just like phonetically put it in the chat, but I would love to know how to say your name so I'm not messing it up. And you two are the only two that are here at the start of the lesson, unless other people are here. Oh, nope, I got a few more. Okay, Monica, and is it Reshma? Okay, so I've got a few more. So I've got 1, 2, is there 2 Jonies or is Joni logged on twice? Let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of you, and Annie's on too, in case she wants to drop in and say anything. But I am going to go, oh, and somebody from if you're on Facebook, I can't tell who you are. It just says Facebook user. So you'll have to like sign your name. You'll have to send a message and sign your name at the bottom. But so if you're on Facebook or on YouTube, also comment in the chat because I don't know you're here. I can't see you like I can see you on Restream. But I'm going to go ahead and do my first gift of the night because I said I was going to do a gift for everybody who was here on time. So my first gift of the night is a brand new brush. This is the Spot brush. It's designed for detailed and focused color application. You can use this for like spot correcting. I love to use it for eyeshadow. So you got a lot of options here, so I'm going to, let's see, I'm just going to randomly pull a name. Let me put them all in here. Okay. Looks like Lynn is on too, and Shireen and Teresa. Okay. So I'm putting it in, and I'm just going to tap and see who picks. Monica. Monica is the winner. So Monica, if you are there and you can hear me, drop me a message in the chat of your email address so that I can email you and get this out to you. So this is going to Monica. I have another prize for the end. So stay till the end and you can get the next prize. So I took off my makeup so you could see. Hi, Cora. I see some other people saying hello from Facebook. If you missed it, if you're coming on Facebook, you have to sign your name or you have to connect your Facebook to Restream, or else I can't see who you are. It just says Facebook user. If you want a color match, up in the corner of the screen, you should be able to see a little QR code that says color match. Those of you who signed up straight from Eventbrite, if you didn't go through and do that, I don't have your stuff. But if you go ahead and scan that, fill out the information, we'll still do a color match. I'll still send you the free samples. You just won't have them till next week or whatever. But I think I can make this watchable after. Like I said, this is a new program for me, so I'm still learning all the ins and outs. I hope I don't mess anything up. But we're gonna go ahead and get started, and I'm gonna show you some things today and give you some tips and tricks. If you have questions or if you have specific things that you're like, hey, thank you, Monica, I got that. Let me take a snapshot of that really quick so I don't lose it. But I will email you after this and get with you on how to get you your brush. If you have questions about anything, like it doesn't have to be something I'm showing you. If you're like, hey, I really have hooded eyes, what can I do? Or I really have dark circles. That's not something I talk about. Feel free to ask the question. If I don't have the answer, I'll get the answer for you and I'll send it to you. Somebody's asking about how to do the color match. So just scan the QR code up in the corner. And here I'll drop the link here too. But if you do that, it'll walk you through it and you can do the color match, and then I will send you the free samples and you can try it after. So you'll know how to do it and you can try it after. And the other thing anybody could do if they want to, Saint is having a huge sale this week. That was actually not intentional. I didn't know the sale was going to be this week when I scheduled this, because Annie and I scheduled this like, gosh, we started talking about this, I think in like June. And so this was just the first chance we had to do it. We did not know that the Summer Rush Blitz was going to be going on this week, but there's a ton of stuff on sale. So, I mean, up to 50% off. So if there's stuff you want or you think you want, you may want to go ahead and do that even before your samples arrive. I can check. They have a really good return policy, so you may even be able to return it. Some of the stuff may not be returnable on sale. But so what Saint does is Saint comes in a palette that you customize. Okay, so this is my palette. Now, mind you, I also have way too many colors. Like, you don't need this many, right? When I first started with Saint, Annie is actually who got me hooked on Saint, and she color matched me. And then there was this girl that I watched on Instagram all the time, and I was like, well, I kind of want her to color match me too. I just want to see if it would be different. And so I had them both color match me, and then I bought all the colors that they both said. And then since then, I've added some. So mainly what you need to do a full face of flawless makeup in like under 15 minutes is you need a brightening highlight. So for me, that's this white peach. You need a main highlight. So these are my two. Annie matched me with one and the other girl matched me with one, and I've just kept them both. And then you need a contour. I now have 4 contours because Annie gave me 2, the other girl gave me 1, and I recently added one that was a new one, and I really like it. But you only need 1. So you need a brightening, a main, and a contour. And then aside from that, I highly recommend a bronzer, but you don't have to have one, and then a lip and cheek color. So essentially you need 5 things to have a full face of makeup. I'm going to show you tonight how you can also use those same things to do some eye colors as well. And then I'm also going to show you some easy eyeshadow stuff. So that's going to be kind of how we're going to run down the night. I do typically apply with brushes. Okay. But tonight I am going to show you how to apply. We call it the leopard method because it's all with your fingers, and you're just going to dot it around your face. And I'm going to show you how to do that because essentially you could do that with one brush. And if you got some of my emails leading up to this, there's one brush that was like on Amazon that was like $10. That's a really good like blending brush that you could get. So essentially you could do this whole face with your fingers and one brush, which is also really easy. You'll have to find a way that works for you. When I first got Saint, I always did it with my fingers. And then as I went on, I did it with a brush. But you're going to apply your contour first, okay? So I'm going to just go with this color tonight. But I'm going to run my finger through it. And then your contour, you want it, unless you are really blessed and you're only like 22, you want your contour up here, which most people don't realize. They think you want it down here in the hollow of your cheek, but that actually drags your face down. So you don't want to do that. If you watch me on Instagram at all, I talk about that a lot because I want my face to be lifted and young for as long as I possibly can have it. Okay. So you're going to your contour is going to go right here and then around your forehead. Like that, down the sides of your nose. This one's really important because how you contour your nose is the shape your nose is going to look. If it's not straight, you're going to have a crooked nose, right? Nobody wants that. After this is over, I'm going to send you an email with some links in case there's any stuff you want to look at. This is a brush I actually found on Flip. I know it looks ridiculous, right? But it's actually the perfect contour brush. So if you really think you can't do it with your fingers, you can go this route if you want to. And then you're just going to apply a little under your chin. You definitely want to do this if you have jowls. Like I'm starting to get some jowls. So I want to do this. I want to hide them a little bit. But you just want to do that like that. You're starting to look really ridiculous, but don't worry, it won't last. Okay. So I should have, here. I should have brought something down for my hair. And lucky me, I have one right here. So I see some people still commenting on Facebook. I'm so glad you're here. I can't tell who you are because it just says Facebook user, so you'll have to tell me. Somebody said, can you send me? So I'm assuming you want to be color matched, but I'm not sure who you are, so you'll have to tell me. Okay, so now after I have my contour on, I like to do my brightening next. okay? Because that's going to go really right down the middle of your face, okay? So I like to do it right here, right down my nose. And then going to do right here, 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 and here. And then this is for your eyes too. So I do it right in the corner of my eye and right on the outer side. Gone are the days where we're going to do those big V's. Don't do that anymore, ladies. Again, unless you're like 22, and then God bless you, go for it. But I'm not 22, so I want my eyes to look lifted and bright. So we're just going to do it in the inner corners and outer corners. We can also color correct, which I'll talk about in a minute. And now I'm going to use that main highlight. So this one is going to be the one that's closest to your skin. Okay. And you're just going to kind of dab it in all the places that the contour and the brightening is not. Okay. Now, I will tell you, if you watch any videos on Instagram, some of the girls will put their blush and their bronzer all in at the same time. That's awesome. I love that they can do that. I have tried it. I don't love it that way. So you can do it one of two ways. You can do it like I am, where you're just doing your foundation first, and then after, go over with your blush and your bronzer and be done. Or you can try it like the other girls do. So what you would do is, if you wanted to do it that way, is right now, before you blend, you would now go in and you would do your blush right here, and you would add some bronzer, like right here, okay? So that's how you would do it. But I don't prefer it that way, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and get my blending brush. So see, for a blender, you want something that's fluffy, but not too fluffy. You still want to have some stiffness. And you're going to start with your brightening highlight. So I'm going to go right down my nose. Now, obviously, when you're on your nose, it's kind of hard to do just the brightening and not the contour. So just go ahead and mix that all in right now. Annie's jumping in on the chat. She said, I agree. Highlights and contours first, then blush and bronzer. I'm glad she agrees. She's way better at this than me, by the way. If you're not following her on Instagram, you should. I will include that on the email because you should definitely follow her on Instagram. And she has the cutest. She does the cutest clothes. Someday, my closet's going to look like Annie's. All right, so you're going to do the brightenings. And then you're going to kind of move over to the main highlight. And you're just, I like to stipple, is what it's called when you're kind of doing, I guess I kind of do a combination of stipple and, circular, but you're just real lightly tapping. The great part about cream, from Ireland. Oh, how cool. Hi, Teresa. That's awesome. I've always wanted to go to Ireland. So with cream makeup, here's the thing about cream makeup that's awesome. It moves with your skin, okay? So as we're aging, because we're all aging, no matter how much we don't want to, those fine lines and wrinkles are not going to be as noticeable with cream makeup. But it also, your makeup is going to go so much further because you don't have to wear a lot. I mean, this is probably half of what I would wear if I was wearing a liquid makeup. And the coverage is better, and it's going to last me a lot longer. Like these tins, I mean, some of them last me a year. I mean, it just depends on which one and which one it is, but they last a long time. So you save money because you're using less product over time. You don't have as much makeup caked on your face. The makeup is moving with your skin. So the fine lines and wrinkles aren't as noticeable. Okay. So real quick, before we go into bronzer and blush, let's talk color corrector a little bit. So this is my little demi color corrector thing here. Now, some of these I have because, quite honestly, they can also be lip and cheek colors. Like these are color correctors, but they can also be lip and cheek. And then I have all of these. So if you're somebody who has, say, dark circles under your eyes, excuse me, for me, that's going to be a light pink. I'm gonna probably go in with one of these, and I'm just going to go right under my eye and just dab it out a little bit to brighten that up. That would be how I would do it. Now, obviously, this depends some on your skin tone. If you're a darker skin tone, you're not going to use a light pink. You might use something else. But all of the demi colors come with this handy dandy. Oh no, I can't read that. Whoever you are, hi. I'm glad you're here. I'm going to save that and I'm going to try to translate it later. But you do get one of these, okay? And so how they work is you're going to find the color you're trying to correct and you're going to go across. So like for me, if I'm trying to color correct some dark circles, that's probably going to be more in the purple family, maybe blue. And I'm going to go across. Okay. And I'm going to see what I need to color correct with. So that's how you do it. I do love the light pink. I love that it, works really well, blends easily, makes it really seamless. So that's what I do. And then I would just go back in with my blending brush and just really just stipple it out a little bit. Okay. So next I would do my lip and cheek and my bronzer. Now, Bella bronzer is like the end all be all, right? Everybody loves Bella. But I got to tell you, this new bronzer, I can't remember what it's called right now. I actually really like it, especially as we're moving into fall and winter. I'll probably use that one more because Bella's a little darker. But for tonight, because everybody loves Bella, I'm going to do Bella. Oh, I'm going to do it with my finger. I'm not going to do it. So I would add Bella just like right there. You're going to kind of add it, where the sun would hit you. Okay. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to add my lip and cheek color, which Saint has so many lip and cheeks. I have divided mine by colors into my palettes. So you see I have lots of palettes. When you order from Saint, you actually get palette credit. So you'll probably get your palette for free. So this one, I have my pinks. Then I have my reds. And then I have actually made some of my own colors, which I'll tell you how to do. And then these are some more orangey, and then purple and yellow, which I have not used yet. They're from their new fruit collection, and I'm just haven't been able to convince myself to do it. If one of you guys want to see the purple or yellow, I'll do it tonight just because. Here's some more like kind of more neutral pinks. And then these are some more browns, I guess. And then over here, I have my more peachy nudes, and then my nudes. I'm going to show you my favorite one tonight. So tonight, I am going to show you, I have two that I really, really love, Plum and August. August is actually, let me show you what they are. So this is August. It's a little more sheer, and then this is Plum. August is actually a shade of the season, so it's only available right now, and then Plum is always available. I'm going to tell you why I love Plum. Because Plum can go anywhere. Plum is a great eyeshadow color. If you just want a nice wash of color on your eyelids, there you go. And done. I would maybe add a little like shimmer, but you don't need anything else. So I love Plum for that. Plum is a great lip color. All of these are lip and cheek, so you can use them all for lip and cheek. I will sometimes add a lip liner with any of them, not just Plum. And then I would put it on my cheeks. How do you clean your brushes? That is a very good question. I will show you. So a couple of things you can do to clean your brushes. There's definitely brush cleaners you can get. I can send some recommendations when I send my email. This is my setting spray. It's not my brush spray. I think my brush spray is in the drawer, which I can't get to right now. But there's some easy brush cleaning sprays and like solutions you can use. I'm going to tell you the best way to like deep clean your brushes. Annie just sends Saint brush cleaner is the bomb, and it is a great one. And I do use that one. Another really great way to clean your brushes though too, especially if you like are waiting for your Saint brush cleaner to arrive and you don't have it yet. And then she said for daily cleaning, and that's true. Dawn soap, like for your dishes, and water. So what I do is I will squirt some Dawn into like a paper bowl. And like if I wanted to wash this brush, I would take this brush. No worries. She said, sorry, it's okay. Your chat was messed up. It's okay. It happens. Shoot, I don't know. Everything could be messed up for me. But I just dip my brush in the Dawn a little bit, run it under water, and then I do this on my hand. And I clean it out until the water runs clear, and then you're good. Another thing you do, the Saint brush cleaner you can use every day. I also will a lot of times leave like a makeup wipe on my lap. And then like as I'm doing stuff, if I've just used this brush, I will just do this on my lap after I've done, after I've used that brush. So those are all some options that you can use that are easy and quick. But I'll send the link to the Saint one in case you want to try that. And Dawn, you can get to the grocery store, and then I can send you a link to some makeup wipes. But you don't have to spend a lot of money on those either. So now that I have my bronzer and my blush on, I'm going to go in and blend. So I'm going to blend my blush first. Another tip on the blush, especially if you are over 30. Well, I guess this depends. If you want a fuller face, by all means, press it right to the apple of your cheek and go for it, sister. But if you want a slender, lifted look, like many of us, I think, probably do once we've hit over 30 and 35, you actually want to start your blush like right here, like almost at the corner of your eye and go up. Okay, so I'm moving my blush up this way. That's how I'm doing my blush. So you notice it's not too far over. It's not on the apples of my cheeks, but you want to go from the middle and up. Okay. And then just blend your bronzer in. Like that. And right now, your whole face is good to go. If you wanted to walk out the door right now like this, you could, because like remember, we put the plum on my eyes already. You can we have some illuminators, which are like traditionally we're called highlighters. We call them illuminators because of course we use the main highlight and the brightening highlight. So wording is a little different. But we have cream ones, which are like that. And then we also have powder ones. I actually like the powder ones better, especially if you're going to use them for eyeshadow in any way. But so I have these down here. You can also see my glitters, but I have those down here. So if I wanted to go out with this look right now, I would probably just grab like a little bit of this Starlet and I would just pop it right here in the corner. That brightens your eyes and you're good to go. So you've done your lips, your cheeks, your eyes, all with plum, one color, good to go. You could also, again, if you wanted to, you could absolutely walk out the house like this. But if you wanted to, you could add a darker color in the outer corner. So let's see. I am going to try Philly here. So I'm just going to take, this is just like a darker brown tone. Actually, I lied. I'm going to do cocoa. Okay. And I'm just going to swirl it here in the outer corner. That'll give you a little depth to the outer corner. So it's a super easy look. You can go out of the house just like this. Okay. Now I would probably fix up my mascara a little bit because I still have my mascara on from earlier. It doesn't look like a whole lot, but I would probably fix that up a little bit and then I'd be good. So you could go out just like this. Easy makeup look. I know we've been talking this whole time, so you're probably like, there's no way this only takes 15 minutes, but we're at 23 minutes. And don't forget, I did all of the giveaways and we've been talking. So this can absolutely be done in under 15 minutes. So does anybody have any questions about that? Like about contour, how to apply it, where to apply it? If not, and even if you do, or if you think of one later, you like to go all out on your eyeshadow. I'm gonna go in on eyeshadow next. So this part was just about your face, but I'm going into eyeshadow next. So tell me, when you say you like to go all out, what do you mean? Like, you mean smoky eyes? You mean glitter? You mean lots of color? What do you mean? I'll wait for her to answer, but I'm taking off what I put on already so that I can give you some look ideas for your eyeshadow. And I dropped something. Just a little kind of hint on mascara. I'm going to tell you my two most favorite places on earth, or my two most favorite mascaras on earth. Annie got me hooked on one of these too. So Annie got me hooked on this liquid lash. It's liquid lash extensions from Thrive. Okay, I will send a link for this one. This one's kind of expensive, worth every penny, absolutely gorgeous. Teresa asked, how do I know where to place contour? I'm going to tell you in just a second. And then this one, this Volume Stylist, is probably the closest thing I've ever found to this. And this one is $5. You can get it on Amazon. And it's amazing. It's by Essence. I've yet to find a mascara by Essence I didn't love, but this one is my favorite. So those are two mascaras. And like I said, I'll send you the link. I just realized I forgot to show you what I typically do for a primer. So, and I also forgot to blend my chin. So let me do that because nobody wants to see that. So you would blend your chin like this. I definitely do more of a brushing than a stippling on my chin and under my jowls. Okay, but see how that shadow helps here to make that less noticeable? Okay. Let me get a drink because it's getting a little dry up in here. Color with blending. Okay. Okay, Teresa, how do you know where to place your contour? So everybody's face is a little different. Yeah, drugstore brands of eyeshadows are not great because they're not very pigmented, but I can show you some other options. But for most people, contour is going to go, okay, when you see those like graphics online, that's way too much contour. Nobody needs that like every day, right? So very simply, where you can put your contour is super easy. Right here. And like I said earlier, you want it above the hollow of your cheek. So if this is the hollow of your cheek, you want it above. You want it like right on the bone, the bottom side of the bone, but on the bone. That's where you want it. And like I said, unless you're like 22, and then God bless you. But you don't have a drooping face yet. Lucky for you. But for those of us who are over 30, you want it up here. Okay, so you want it just on the bottom of your cheekbone, and you want it on a diagonal. You want it starting from the outer corner of your eye and up, okay, towards your hairline. Then you want it just around the top of your forehead, just a little bit to create that shadow. Same thing over here, cheek, from the outer corner of the eye, bottom of the cheekbone, up and out. Then you're going to put just a little bit under your chin to hide those jowls. You don't want to do too much because you don't want to look like you've got like a dark neck, right? Like in different color in your face. But you do want to blend that out and then just right down your nose, okay? Now, for everybody, with your nose, how far apart those lines are is how big your nose is going to look. So if you put the lines way over here, makes your nose look bigger. If you put your lines right here, makes your nose look smaller, okay? So that's up to you. That's what you wanted, how big or small you want your nose to look, where you put it. So that's the easy thing. That's really the only place you need contour. Could you start to go crazy and put it in other places? You could. You don't need to do that. Certainly not every day. So that's all I would do. So you put your contour there, and then, like I said, brightening highlight's going to go mainly down the middle, right here, 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 and then just in the corners of your eyes. And then the main highlight just gets dabbed everywhere else. So super easy. I don't always use a primer before I put on my makeup. I used to use it religiously, and then I was noticing I was getting some like blotchiness with my makeup. And so you're welcome, Teresa. I hope that helped. I used to get some blotchiness with my makeup like recently, like within the last 6 months. And somebody said, another makeup artist was telling me that might be just like my skin kind of coming off. And so it's getting blotchy in spaces. So I don't always use primer anymore. But when I do use primer, I love to use it this way. And this is actually a hack from, I have an ebook called The Facial Revival Guide, where I show you how to look refreshed in 15 minutes or less. And I'm actually doing another class on that at the end of September, I think. But this is a really quick hack for that. And this is actually something, if you wanted to, if like you didn't want to wear a full face makeup, you could do this just and walk out the door. But I use an illuminating primer. So I love this Smashbox one. And when I say illuminating, what that means is, I don't know if you can see it in the video here, but yes, Annie's reminding me, no primers or silicone in it. And yes, that's very important. I don't know if you can see this here, but it's got like a shimmer to it. And all of these Smashbox ones do not have silicone in it because so with the Saint makeup, you cannot use a primer with silicone. So you have to make sure that when you look at the ingredients, the first ingredient is water and that it doesn't have silicone. But I mix my illuminating primer with a self tanner, just a dab. And then it gives me a nice wash of color. Of course, if you're not somebody who needs a wash of color, lucky you. I do. So I use my self tanner, I do a nice wash of color. And then if I wanted to, I could just apply some blush and maybe some bronzer and be out the door. But that's another tip. And if you want to use a primer before, you can. This is a primer that lots of people who use Saint swear by. It's the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I'm not a fan. That's a personal opinion. I know lots of people love it, and you may love it. I don't love it. When I put it on, your face feels very tacky, which it's supposed to. That's the whole point of it. I don't like that on my skin, but lots of people do. So you may love it. So I may send a link to this one too, in case this is something you want to look into. It is definitely a good price point. So there's that. But let's go back to mascara or to eyeshadow. So I had a mishap coming to do the class tonight. So I keep all my eyeshadows here from Saint. I have lots of other ones too, but keep them all here. They're coded, so I know what is what. Okay. But I dropped it on my way downstairs. And I dropped a few and they busted, so now I'm crying. But thankfully, it's a sale this week, so I can at least get them, the replacements, on sale. So there's that. So my biggest tip for you, when you're applying eyeshadow for every day. So I'm going to go back to the more dramatic colored eyeshadow. We're going to go back to that in just a second. But if you are somebody who's just wanting an everyday eyeshadow, you need 3 colors: a light color, a medium color, a dark color. They can be anything. If you want to go with 4, you can go with a light matte and a light shimmer, and then a medium and a dark. I a lot of times just go with a light shimmer, a medium, and a dark. So I'm just going to pick 3 at random, and I'm going to show you. So this is, let's see. I'm going to show you some of my favorites. So this is Angel's Landing. This is one of my favorites. This would be a light shimmer. Okay. Your medium and dark tone, you're probably going to want to be matte or close to matte. Okay, so one of my most favorite matte colors is Lullaby. It's a brown, but it kind of has a plum to it. Okay, so I love that color, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to show you one of my favorite dark colors, which is Revival. Okay, so that's Revival. So literally, with these 3 colors, I can have a great look. That's all I need. Okay, so what you would want to do is you want to start with your medium color. That's the color that you want to go in your crease. Okay, if you have hooded eyes, you want to make sure you leave your eyes open, and you're actually going to lift the eyelid, and that's how you're going to make sure you get it so that you don't get it too deep and it's noticeable. But you're just going to do a little windshield wiper, just like that. Even with, I don't really have hooded eyes. They're a little more hooded than some, but even for me, I like to leave my eye open. Okay. So I can see right where it's going, and it's going where I want it. Okay. So that's just Lullaby. Okay. I put that in my crease. That's my medium color. Now, I like to apply this one, especially if you use a shimmer. If you use a matte, you may want to do a brush. If you use a shimmer, you can just do it with your finger. Okay. Put a little bit in the corner so it brightens up the inner corner of your eye. And again, this is a preference thing. If I was just going to work, I would probably go to work just like this. I wouldn't bother putting on the darker shade. Okay. Now, truth be told, I already put Lullaby back, but almost always. Did I put primer on my eyelids first? I didn't, but you can. What I like to do best, if I'm being honest, is I like to just, when I'm putting on my foundation, you saw that I put the brightening highlight, that I put it on the corner and the outer corner of my eyes. When I'm blending, I kind of blend that over my eyelid, and that acts as my primer. So that's what I prefer to do. You can absolutely use a primer if you want to. And I do definitely go through phases where I do. And if I'm maybe going out for the night or something and I want it to last better, I might use a primer. But it's really, if you just pull some of the color from your face over your eyelids, that's all you need. You don't really need a primer. So now I do typically, because I'm a little messy with my shimmer, I do typically go back. You're welcome. And just clean that up a little bit so that so my crease is really right there. And then I would probably be if I was going to work, this is probably all I do. Okay. But if you are going out or you want more color, then you can, let me find a good corner brush. This one. And go with the darker color. And this one is just going to go out here. Okay. So that's my biggest trick to eyeshadow. You want to use a light, a medium, and a dark, and that's it. Like I said, if you want to do 4 colors and you want to do like a matte light first and then just do a little shimmer, you can absolutely do that. But this is my go-to. Medium in the crease, shimmer, light shimmer on the eye and in the corner, and then your darker color in the outer corner, and you're done. So this would be my look. But now, since we have somebody who likes color, let's go for, do you have a color preference? Give me a, do you like greens, blues, purples, pinks? Tell me what you like. While you're doing that, I'm going to find another makeup wipe, and I'm going to wipe this off. Where did they go? Ah, here they are. Is she still here? Green. Somebody said green. I love green. Yeah, we can do that. And green's good. Green is actually great for brown eyes. And I have brown eyes, so we'll do that. I brought my gut drink down here, but I should have brought some water down. You like warm tones like pinks. Okay. I might do a little bit of both. Maybe I'll do like one on each eye. I'll really look crazy. For the people who might just be like hopping on like YouTube or Facebook, and I'm like, what is with this girl? She's out of her mind. Okay. So now everybody can certainly do what they want with color. Okay. My personal preference with color is that if you put too much color, you're going to look crazy. Okay. So I like to pick a pop of color and do the rest neutral. Okay. So somebody say green. So I think I'm going to do, I'm going to show you this. This is Atlantic. So that would be like my shimmer. And then for pink, let's see here. We have a lot of matte pink tones. And we have some browns that kind of go pinky, but I am going to show you one of my favorite pink looks. So I'm going to do a green one on this side. I'm going to do a pink one over here. We're going to see. But this is one of my favorite pinks. It's called Mihija. I think I say that right. And then actually, this one kind of goes against my rules a little bit, but this is Paris. Okay, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm actually going to put a glitter on with it. So that's going to be for my pink eye. I'm going to do, that's the glitter. And I'm actually going to put just a little bit of Starlet, which is a shimmer, but it's going to go in my inner corners. So that's going to be for the pink. For the green, I'm going to do the green I showed you. And then this is Labyrinth, which is a brown, but it's kind of got that green undertones for you. Annie just said Claire is a pretty soft pink. It is. Claire is one of my ones that broke, I believe, which is so sad. Oh no, maybe it's not. It's here. Yeah, Claire's here. So I'm gonna do the Labyrinth, which has got that little bit of green to it, and then I am actually going to use. Let me find it. So, nope, not this one. Hold on. Ivy League, where did you go? Here you are. And I'm going to use Ivy League with the green, which is actually a really dark color. Tawanda is a fun shimmery pink. Yes, that is fun and shimmery. So let's do the green eye first. So I'm going to start with this medium darker color. That's the Labyrinth. And I'm going to do just a little bit right here. Okay. And then I'm going to take the Atlantic, and I'm gonna put that on next. For sake of being more precise, I'm gonna do it with a brush instead of with my fingers. So, and I've not used this one too much, so. But it's just a light wash of green, which I really love. And I would actually probably not pull this one into the corner. I'd probably go with a more neutral corner like Starlet. So for this one, you would want to have 4 colors, but I would just kind of do it there. Okay. And then again, I'm going to go back in just for a minute with my Labyrinth. So we're all good. And then I'm going to do just a little bit in the outer corner of Salem. And so that would be my green look for the night. Somebody saying hi, Kaylee, on Facebook. Hi. If you weren't here earlier, you don't know that I don't know who you are because I can't tell who's talking to me on Facebook. It just says Facebook user unless you've connected Facebook or tell me who you are. So hi, whoever you are. Thanks for coming. Okay, so like I said, I would probably do a more neutral in my inner corner. So I'm just going to use this Starlet, which is the same one I'm going to use for the pink. Okay, so that would be my green eye. For my pink, for the pink eye, I would do, let me put this back here so I don't lose it. All right, for my pink eye, I would do, this is going to be a little different because this is kind of a, just a soft pink, but I don't have that medium tone for this grouping. So probably what I'm going to do here, and again, this one's Paris, is I'm going to do a wash of this pink all over. So I'm using a fluffier brush. Do wash the color all over. Okay. And then I'm going to go in the outer corner. A different corner brush. And I'm going to do the darker pink. This is the Mihija, which is really a fun color. Okay. And then I'm just going to use, this is La La Land and it's glitter. I'm just going to do that with my finger. Right there. So that would be my pink color. So I don't know if that's too wild and crazy for you. You'll have to comment and tell me if that's something you would do or if that's too much color. Oh, I'm glad you see that's just what you need. Good. That makes me so happy. So yeah, so that's what I would do. I would do if I was going to do pink. I actually got that last year. Oh, I forgot to. I would also do, like I said, a little wash of this color in the corner. So I'll do just a little of Starlet just to lighten up the corner of my eye. But I wouldn't want to go with the pink. I'd want to go with the neutral. So yes, that's what I would do. So that is all the stuff I had planned to share with you tonight. So somebody else is saying, hey girl, hey on Facebook. Hey, I can't tell who you are. It just says Facebook user, but whoever you are, hi, I'm so glad you're here. I will show you a couple of other lip colors while I wait to see if any of you guys have any questions. Okay, I showed you earlier the crazy lip colors. Who wants to see the yellow, like on my lips? I haven't done it yet. Anybody want to see it? Or the purple? Ugh. I bought them because I had to have them. I wanted to see what they were, but now I'm like, my God, when am I ever going to wear these in public? But who wants to see them? I will do them. Anybody want to see them? Annie wants to see them. So this is pink, so let's not do that. Okay. So for those of you who maybe weren't here at the beginning, I have So, oh, let me show you really quick how so these ones I actually made myself. So the great thing about Saint is you can actually melt down your colors. So, what I did was I took like some swabs. I just used like a makeup spatula out of a couple other colors and melted them down into a empty tin and made new colors. So these are mine. Now, what I did not do, which I wish I had, was write down what I used to make them because now I have no idea how to ever do them again. So once they're gone, they're gone. But so yeah, so those four were ones I made myself. So okay, here's the moment of truth. Let's see the yellow. Well, so we had so yellow, grape, and tangerine were all part of their fruity collection. And I've not tried them yet. So, no, that's actually not bad. It almost looks like more of a golden lip gloss. That's not bad. I would probably do that. I don't know that I do it on my cheeks though. That might be a little crazy. Let's see. Let's blend that in a little bit. Maybe over something. It wouldn't be too bad. Because like I said, it almost it's so sheer, it almost just looks like a golden. So, okay, let's wipe that off. Let's go with the purple. I'm a little bit more afraid of the purple. Let's see. How's this go? Oh, again, yeah, it's kind of just like a sheer wash of color. I don't hate that. And guess what? It kind of like smells and tastes like the cough syrup you had as a kid. Can I ask you what the products are made of? I would have to get a list for you. I don't know that off the top of my head. Maybe I should, but I don't. But I'd be happy to send you a list if you want to. If you want to put your, I think that's a private chat that you're messaging in. So Trace, if you want to put your email in, I can go ahead and email that to you. I'd be happy to email it to you. I kind of like the purple. What do you guys think? I kind of like that. Again, I don't know about my cheeks, but let's see here. If anybody else has any questions, that's kind of what I'm waiting for. Any other questions? And then I'm going to do a couple of drawings for some free stuff. And then I'll say goodnight and I will send you some links after we get off. So, okay, so that's the purple on my cheek. Yeah, not terrible. Okay, last one. We'll try the orange. This also comes with watermelon, but I think watermelon's in my pinks. Let's see. Yeah, watermelon's in my pinks. Yeah, smells good. But that's the watermelon. That one looks pretty. We can try that one too, but so this is the tangerine, which actually looks a lot like Jolene, which was one of the colors of the month, which even though it's orange, I had to have because I love Dolly Parton. So had to have that. Oh, but again, that's really okay. These are more just like almost like tinted lip balms than like a lipstick. So you think applying a liquid lipstick is hard? Any tips? I think it's hard too. So these are cream, so I think they're a little easier. I do them with my finger, and I don't really have a problem. I do have a brush that I also use. Let me see if I can find it here. Sorry, I should turn you guys all around so you can see. Well, you'll be able to see me too, but you're sitting at my makeup counter here, so everything all out. But this is so I also use a brush sometimes. I think it's easier to do that way. So you can do it with a lip brush, or you can do it with your finger. But cream is not going to be like liquid is really kind of runny, so it's a lot harder to get in one place. So I agree that liquid is hard. This is not as hard as that. This is more of a cream. So it's almost like the same thing you're getting out of the tube, only you're applying it with your finger. Do I have any lipsticks that are very pigmented, like reds? Yes, we do. We have several that are very pigmented, but I'll show you the reds. So here are the reds. Let's see. Scarlet is pretty pigmented. Make sure my lips are dry or it won't stay. There you go. And again, if you're a red girl, you could this is also This is lip and cheek, so you could do cheeks too. How ridiculous do I look right now? I've got green on this eye, pink on this eye, red on my lips. Like, seriously, anybody showing up now, just know that this has been for the demonstration, and I would not go out of the house like this. This is crazy. But that's a really pigmented one. And then let me grab another makeup wipe. Saffron is also really pigmented. And for those of you who love red and maybe don't want as much pigment, I'm going to show you one other one. Okay. So that's Scarlet. This is Saffron. Okay. So a little bit more muted, but still pigmented. And also, I'm not putting a whole lot on. You could put a lot more on, and it would be a lot more pigmented. Like I said, if you're a red girl, but that's not your thing, Ever Red only comes out usually around Christmas. So it should be coming out soon. But Black Cherry is similar, but it's almost just like a wash of red. Isn't that pretty? It's like just enough red. So I love that. Yes, Black Cherry is gorgeous. I love reds, but I'm not super into the highly pigmented, really anything. So for me, I do better with like the Ever Red, which is just a wash of color. Since Annie said that the Black Cherry is so pretty, I'll show you guys that. It has like a plum to it. But again, it's just a wash of color. So it's not real pigmented. But some of the other ones that are really pigmented, there's some pinks that are really pigmented. And then these are all really pigmented. These browns and stuff. Rosewood, Sandstone, Renaissance. Those are all really pigmented. Let's see. I think that's it. There's probably other ones. There's probably pink ones as well. Okay. Well, if nobody else has any more questions, I'm going to go ahead and give some more prizes away. So I had 2 people who were commenting a ton. So I'm going to give each of you a prize. I know that I'm going to mispronounce your name. Shrunika. Am I saying that right? Shrunika? Is that right? Did I say that right? If I said that right, I hope I said that right. Shrunika. I need your email address so that I can email you after this because I am giving away 2 eyeshadows tonight. You have won the 2 eyeshadows. So I will send those your way. And then Teresa, you were also commenting a lot, and I love that. So I am going to send you my other gift, which is the Bella Bronzer and the brush. Okay. So if both of you guys could drop your emails in the chat so that I know how to reach you, I will send you an email and I'll get those out to you. If you have not, go ahead and hit that QR code up in the corner. That's how you can do your color match. Annie and I will color match you, and then I will send you the samples of your colors to your house. If you do not live in the US, I will look into it and I will see if I can. If I can, I will absolutely do it, but it can be difficult. So Teresa, I know that you're not in the US, but I have sent things to Ireland before, so I'm sure I can do it again. So I will send to you. And if you want to do a color match when I send you your free prize, just go ahead and hit that QR code so that I can do both at the same time. But I hope that you guys have all learned a lot. I hope there's been some really good stuff for you tonight. I'm taking a picture so I can grab her email. And I hope the other one is still here. Shrunika, if you're still here, make sure you put your email in. I hope you didn't leave. Make sure you put your email so that I can get you your prize. And Monica, you got your prize earlier. But make sure you hit that QR code, get your color match done. We'll send you your color match with all your information. We'll send you your free samples. When I get off here tonight, I am going to take the emails that you signed up with on Eventbrite, and I'm going to send you an email with some links so that if you want to try the $5 mascara, you've got a link to it. If you want to try the primer or the sunless tanner, you can try that because you'll have a link for it. So you'll have the links for everything. I will also send you some information on some of the stuff that's on sale. So if you want to grab some of the sale things, you absolutely can. Because some of the eyeshadows we talked about tonight are 50% off, which is really great. And that's only through Friday. But I can send you all that. If any of you are chiming in from Facebook or YouTube and you want this email, make sure that you hit that QR code. Go ahead and do for your color match, and I will also send you all the information. So, all right, I'm taking another picture so I can grab that email. I'm so glad that some of you are saying that's helpful. That means so much to me. I'm so excited. I hope that you'll come back. I'm doing the facial revival one where you can look refreshed in 15 minutes or less. I'm doing that at the end of September. We are definitely going to do more makeup classes. If there's something you particularly want, if you're like, hey, I would really love to know how to do whatever, send me a message, send me an email, hit me up on Instagram. And if I can do a class around it, I absolutely will. Or if nothing else, I'll do a short video on it on like YouTube or something. So, all right. I hope you all have a wonderful night. I will see you soon. Bye.